My grandfather came from the Peloponnese area of Greece. He was the oldest child of 7. His mother couldn't afford to feed them all, somehow snuck him onto a boat to Ellis Island, and he arrived at age 11. He started by shining shoes and selling newspapers in Washington, D.C., right here, and eventually bought a restaurant and then a concrete block plant and made a life for himself. My father was a civil engineer, and I was raised visiting his dams and bridges, and I thought, what a wonderful thing to build something, to have a legacy that is in the built environment that serves people. And somehow or another, I stumbled into working for a national nonprofit, building youth hostels, actually, all over the country. And after some years there, decided that I wanted to lean into affordable housing because I could see that was such a calling in our nation and such an important need, and something that the skills I had developed, the skills that I admired in my father as a builder, could be applied to this really deep need of our community. I am so proud of the affordable housing that I was part of building. It is amazing to me that today there are 6,000 people living in the True Ground properties. That's a small village. That's a town.
Back in the day, affordable housing was not always considered a desirable place to live. And these days, the APAH and True Ground Housing Partners housing is as beautiful and as desirable as any other market rate housing. And I believe that that's part of the legacy that Nina left as her imprint on affordable housing.
I am so proud that I was part of the development of the Arlington Presbyterian Church. It was the first property that we did at APAH where we had a co-location. So co-locating is this beautiful church space that we're in right now. And it has a special place in my heart also because of the people I worked with on the project and how much I learned from them about their deep spiritual commitment, their passion for doing this, their passion for justice.
When you reflect on your work and the people and communities that we served, how did that influence where you took the organization?
Knowing that my grandfather came from nothing, it motivated me a lot to welcome the immigrants into the APAH properties and to welcome the immigrants into Arlington who might not otherwise be able to live here.
You've definitely changed lives, and, that work ethic and that stewardship that, you got from your grandparents, you brought that to True Ground, right? That foundation. Grit and commitment and stewardship that I think is an incredible legacy.
One of my main passions since I retired is I am the president of the board of a small nonprofit. We've just done a survey of all the property in the Diocese of Virginia. It's something like $600 million of assessed value of property. So what is our gift? What is our buried treasure in that land, in that $600 million of real estate, and what could we be doing better with it? This is kind of the center of Fallston, right? You're right in Fallston Commons.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot happening in the neighborhood. There's a really great opportunity for people who don't have vehicles to live here and live a very rich life.
What a fortunate development. This is the marriage of all these opportunities and using this historic building to do much more than it was doing before.
Absolutely. It's serving so many more people throughout the entire week rather than just a few days a week.
I love that. We've always been a community that cares, that has an appreciation for diversity. I don't know where that came from, but the 4 couples that founded APAH really embodied that for me. People that leaned in post-World War II to make this a welcoming and giving and compassionate community. But we also are mindful of welcoming everyone here. And affordable housing is the biggest barrier for people coming into this community. We are a country that are all immigrants. Somebody welcomed my grandfather when he came to the Washington, D.C. and was shining shoes and selling newspapers in 1906. And today it'd be wonderful if Arlington had that same message to the immigrants, to the low-income families. You're welcome here too.